welcome to the Lobbycast, International Edition.
Nice.
It's episode 294, and today is... What is today?
October 11.
October 11, 2014. Yeah. We are actually, a good chunk of us are over in... we're actually recording in Scotland right now. We were in London for a few days, and then some of the crew is going on to Ireland, and then some of the last two of the crew are going on to France and Germany, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's your favorite thing you've seen so far, Jordan?
I think my favorite thing has been being in Edinburgh. It's a really great place. I'm very happy with the city. I think that it's just filled with friendly people. It's a nice environment. It just feels right.
Yeah.
I feel like I could live here, sort of thing.
Yeah, I 100% agree. Edinburgh has it all over London, I think.
Yeah, without a doubt. I did not like... I mean, I liked London.
I enjoyed my time in London.
Right.
But definitely once I got to Scotland...
I was happy to leave.
Yeah. Once we got to Edinburgh, it's an easy place to like.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
I agree. So. And I feel like there's more around for us to see in Scotland another time.
For sure. And we've seen quite a bit
of the city, but we haven't gotten a chance to...
Well, between here and London.
Yeah, that's true.
On the trip so far, we've seen quite a bit of stuff. What was your favorite thing in London?
Honestly, is the food. I enjoyed the food in London as far as the non-pub food went, like the Indian food and the Szechuan
Holy moly.
food.
Yeah, the tandoori we had at both places was pretty good.
Pretty great, yeah.
What I had the first time was better. Which was a mixed tandoori grill, and so I had lamb and chicken and all kinds of stuff on it.
Yeah, it was good. I very much enjoyed the Indian food, and I very much enjoyed the Szechuan food.
Szechuan food was great.
Yeah, and I think at least for me, that's what vacation is it's wandering a little bit to a medium amount, eating a lot, and trying a lot of new food, which I've had the opportunity to do on this trip, and that makes me happy. I mean, I've seen some amazing things as well, and some of the sights, and having a beer in the oldest pub in Scotland that was almost,
that's crazy,
almost 500 years old.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm sure it's changed plenty of times in 500 years, but just interesting. So,
it's interesting to catch a beer in the same place that Oliver Cromwell would drink.
Right, or just thinking about how many people have come and gone from that place over the...
How many people have probably thrown up where our seats were?
Yeah?
Quite a few.
Yeah, because we were in the corner.
Not us.
That's true, not us.
So, what else? What other notable things from the trip?
Beautiful scenery. The train ride was awesome. Plane ride was a little rough.
The low, fast-moving clouds are great.
Yeah, it's interesting. The weather changes. Anyway, we always
faster than Colorado, even.
I was going to say, we always make the joke that, you don't like the weather in Colorado, just wait 5 minutes, it'll change. That's really the thing in like London. You and I were sitting having lunch, and it started and stopped raining 6 times during lunch. Yeah. And I don't mean just a little bit of rain. Like, it was a noticeable rain. Like, people were using umbrellas. And that's the other thing. People using umbrellas. What is that nonsense?
I mean, I may have an umbrella in the house. I don't think I do, though. I think I usually give them to people because I don't need them.
Right. Yeah. It's such a weird thing. And so, all in all, it has been an amazing trip, and I've been very, very happy to be here.
We haven't done nearly as much drinking as we thought we would.
Yeah, I kind of came into it with that feeling, though, like there was part of me that just wasn't wasn't wanting to. I want to taste the I mean, I've had more scotch in the last 24 hours than I've had in my entire life. But at the same time, I'm trying to figure out what scotch I like, and try to really get a good feeling for that. And I'm narrowing it down, and I'm learning things. But as far as drinking in excess, I mean, we had one night where we took care of it. But I think it's just that we've been doing so much sightseeing and not very much hanging out and chilling out. And
yeah.
And,
but the hanging out and chilling out has been those are my notable moments, like hanging out at the pubs, telling stories,
right?
And even like tonight,
yeah, sitting in the hotel lobby,
telling the story about getting run over by a car when I was little.
Yeah, I think. I mean, those are some of my favorite moments as well, and I think. I don't know. There are places that you could go in the world where that's what you're going to be doing the whole time. Like, I don't know, like Jamaica, where I could go scuba diving, but the majority of my time is going to be spent eating food and drinking drinks and talking with my friends and sitting on the beach and those types of activities. Where here, there are so many things to go see, and I think you have to get to the point where, okay, what do I want to go see? Am I actually interested in it? And will I care about, like, the British Museum? Could I have gone without going there? Absolutely. Sure. I didn't need to go there. But I saw the Rosetta Stone, the actual Rosetta Stone. So part of me kind of justifies that trip.
Right.
So,
right.
It was just one of those things.
Yeah, because for the most part, art museums I really don't care much about.
It's just not for me.
Yeah, I find the other things a little bit more interesting, where you're seeing actual things made and used,
right,
by people from the past.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, for the most part, my notables have been just when we were, the six of us were hanging out and talking, or as many people as possible out of the six.
Gathered around a table, telling stories, eating food, drinking a drink. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of it. It's one of the reasons that we haven't been doing so much drinking is because we've been busy.
Yeah.
And tired, and it's hard to get that steam to go out and have a night out on the town when you're already very tired from having a day out on the town. So, yep. Well, do you want to talk about what we've been up to? I know there's.
I don't know. As far as the news goes,
entertainment news. Fox has and the creators of Archer have decided to completely pull the name ISIS, their spy agency, out of the show.
And it's pretty easy because they'd pretty much scrubbed that organization anyway.
Right, and that's how they did it. And they did it by, but they don't talk about doing it in the show.
Right.
They just pull the name out. And I think they did one thing is the only time you ever see it is some workers are carting the big ISIS sign out from behind Cheryl's desk, the reception desk, moving it and and Mama Archer says, oh yeah, we work for the CIA now, something like that. So
yeah.
So I mean, they found a way to take care of it in just one quick little thing, but yeah, they are not going to retroactively remove ISIS from
the earlier episodes.
Right, from the earlier episodes.
It's way too ingrained.
Yeah, but starting with season 6, you'll no longer see ISIS.
Are they in season 6?
They're in season 6.
Wow,
time flies.
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely. And the only other, I'm sure there's lots of news. There was another bit where Sony is trying to jump through all the legal hoops to release the PS4 in China.
In China.
Since Microsoft kind of got the jump on them there. So, that's about it for news. Let's get into what you listening to. Jordan?
Music hasn't been a very big part of this trip for me. I've been more focused on the visual entertainment. As far as music goes, I listened to a little bit of Taking Back Sunday today while we were at the gym. That's
Nice.
about it. For you,
Cool.
what have you been listening to?
At the gym today, I was listening to an episode of Fat Man on Batman,
Okay.
and that was good. I've been listening to Shuffle for the most part on my Zune, and really haven't been listening to much.
A lot of Europop in this country.
Holy moly, you are not kidding.
Everywhere.
You are not kidding.
Everywhere we go, ridiculous poppy dance music.
And even in places where the only people working there are over 50.
Yeah. Listen to some local cover of Tom Petty last night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And The Police and OMD at breakfast. It's an interesting town for music.
And also Mumford and Sons.
Oh.
Did a cover of Little Lion.
Yeah.
Wow.
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 Yeah.
I think that's all I've been listening to. I may have listened to a podcast on the way. I think I listened to a Common Sense with Dan Carlin.
Okay.
But otherwise, I think that's pretty much it for what I've been listening to.
Yeah. As far as playing, I mean, we haven't really played anything this week.
Neither one of us have.
We've
So
been
we'll
in the.
just have to
Yeah, we'll talk about that one
do
now.
the
We
watching.
haven't played anything. I am excited to get back into town and tackle some Destiny for a little bit. Get a little.
little
break.
whenever we get back for sure.
It sounds like over 500 million people, or over 1 million people, or something like that, have already finished the raid.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah. So the Vault of Glass, I would love to do that. I mean, obviously I'm not anywhere in the level or ability level to do that right now, but I would love to. It sounds like it takes a long time.
Yeah, you break it up into checkpoints. And you can do it in
As long as you have the
multiple
same
sittings.
fire team leader, you can...
I think so. I think that's what the qualifier is.
Yeah, so... let's move on to what we've been watching. I will start. I have spent this trip watching Hannibal, and I watched all of the first season, start to finish, and I'm about a third of the way through the second season, and it is such a good show. But it's intense. It's gruesome.
It's a lot.
And there are a lot of, not just the violence. There's not anything really sexual, but there's a lot of violence. There's horror type elements, and there's a lot of things that really creep me out, like seeing the oil man with the antlers on his head, like popping in and out of the background when Will's freaking out. Man, whew. Yeah. Because there's always a very certain music that comes with it too, or no, I shouldn't say music. I should say a noise or a sound.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Interesting though.
Very creepy.
Yeah, it's very creepy. So I've really enjoyed that though, and I'm looking forward to the rise and fall of Hannibal Lecter. They do such an amazing job with that character. He's incredibly likable.
Yeah, and I've said it before, and I'm sure I'll say it again. I think he makes a better Hannibal Lecter than Anthony Hopkins does.
Yeah. I'd have to watch, some of those, maybe like Red Dragon. Or I've never seen anything other than Silence of the Lambs.
Well, he's a lot more physically imposing.
Correct.
And he's a lot more charismatic. To where, you would like him.
Uh-huh.
Like, people would like him.
Oh, yeah.
He's not creepy at the outset. He's refined.
Very refined, right.
But personable.
Mm-hmm.
And direct.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think... Yeah, I think he's a better Hannibal Lecter.
I just think that is, like, of what the character was supposed to be, the actor that plays Hannibal has
Mads Mikkelsen. He was a Bond villain in Casino Royale.
Casino Royale, yeah.
Yeah.
he does it perfectly. He does exactly what I think the person that created the character of Hannibal Lecter wanted Hannibal Lecter to be like. Like, he just found a way to be that character, and it's very creepy.
I would draw the same parallel between his Hannibal and Anthony Hopkins' Hannibal, and almost the difference between Heath Ledger's Joker and Jack Nicholson's Joker.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Yeah. Not so much a character, but a,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Good stuff, though.
Yeah. What have you been watching?
Well, I finally got around to starting Orphan Black. I ran out of things on my Zune to watch, and so I hit up Netflix for something. And so I finished, it was 8 or 9 episodes.
Nice.
I continue, even though we've had these long days of sightseeing, and I've still managed to not sleep.
Right.
Whenever I've been back at the hotel. Or not sleep as much, so I had some time for watching, so I watched the first season of Orphan Black. I've watched an episode of season 2 of Continuum. And
I don't know that one.
It's a sci-fi show where some criminals and one good person have gone back in time because the criminals want to go back in time and change the future by changing the past.
Okay.
Basically taking over in the past so that their organization can be the ruling class, basically, in the future.
Got it.
And Rachel, her name's Rachel's... I don't remember her last name right now, but I really like her. I've seen her in other things, and I like her. I like the actress. So watched a little bit of that. On the trip out, I watched some Key and Peele. Or no, I watched Key and Peele while we were in London. But I watched a few... it's a couple episodes of... Oh, what was it? Oh, Black Jesus. And still dig that show. Still dig the show. And I also watched an episode of Bad Judge. I won't watch any more of that. It's not great. Though I like the actress in it. I'm just not I'm not in love with the show.
Redhead, right? Kate.
No.
Okay.
No. That's that's where she's a detective. I know the show that you're talking about, but
No, she used to be in Grey's Anatomy.
I think that's the detective show. No? I don't know. I didn't watch Grey's Anatomy, so I'm not sure.
Right.
Watched the season premiere of season 13 premiere of Family Guy. It was the Family Guy Simpsons
Kate
crossover.
Walsh. Yeah.
Is it Kate Walsh?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, that sounds right. Yeah.
She's one of the characters in Grey's Anatomy.
Gotcha. Hell on Wheels. I watched one episode of that, and then, like I said, the Key and Peele and Seth Meyers. Watched. The Seth Meyers show is not a great talk show, but on one of them, Neil Patrick Harris was on there, and the other one, Sarah Silverman, was on there, and I liked the guests, so I watched the show, and then that ridiculous British show just started up called Scrotal Recall.
What are you telling me about?
It's not a good show, but I had to at least try it after having seen the name. So mostly just watching little bits here and there. I'll probably watch some more Continuum before I go to sleep tonight.
Right.
Although I don't think sleep is far off for me.
Yeah, you look like you're falling asleep right now.
Yeah, I kind of am. Kinda am. But what I was going to say about Key and Peele is, whenever the show first came out, I wasn't a big fan for the first episode or two. I may have watched the first 2 episodes. But then later I saw they were on Fargo, and then watched these 2 episodes. I watched were the first 2 of season 4, and really, really funny. And so I think I'm in on that one. Out on Scrotal Recall. Out on Bad Judge.
Okay.
And I'm trying to think. There are a couple more shows that I'm done with that I will not watch anymore. I don't recall. That is really not worth talking about.
Right.
But yeah, just watching things in between all the sightseeing we've been doing.
Yeah, and that's
all the marching up and down the square that we're doing.
Right across the land, kicking up sand.
Yep.
Yeah, it's been a good trip. I'm tired.
Yeah.
And I've enjoyed the TV that I've watched. It's been relaxing.
Yeah, absolutely. But it is a late night television on small devices.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Because we're watching these things on our phone or Zune. Yeah.
Which Zune is tiny screen.
It is. I like it, though.
Yeah.
It's perfect for watching on the plane and stuff like that. So.
Well, it's been a good show. It's actually been a while since I've been on the show. Other than the live one, which I really wasn't on that one.
You were on it?
Yeah. Yeah. It's been good. It's been a good trip, and I'm glad we got to record one real quick.
Me too. Keeping the streak alive.
All right. Well, happy podcasting to everyone, and happy traveling to us. And is that it?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm just jazzed to be in Scotland.
Yeah. Aye.
Aye.